taking Tetrises as they come. Oh no, that left side for Wallband. Not survivable, and Knight will win it for Canada. Now trying to avoid an awkward transition. Oh no, and there's a hang for Sodium. And no, that's going to be a top one for Sodium, and Knight is going to complete the reverse sweep. Okay, we're going to get started. Here we go. It's top 16. Neko versus Knight. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Okay, we're going to start off with a Z, an S, and a Z. All right, already the dream is dead. We're still looking for that, 7 out of 7 dream where we start a match with the 7 different pieces. That is still the dream. Now, I'm sure it must have happened statistically, but I've never noticed it. So what we're really hoping for is for us to notice it, to be looking for it and to notice it. On the left side, it is Neko, qualified into this tournament into the 5 seed. Oh no, Knight is already in a little bit of a pickle. So we'll see what she's going to do to try to bring this down, and this should be dealable with. So we will continue to introduce our players. 1.57 million was the qualifying score for Neko. That is the average of the top two scores played within an hour's qualifying period. Neko out of Russia with, according to the list here, a 6.24 PB. That's good for 13th. It says 5, but it's actually 13. I don't know who made this slide. It's actually 5th. It's actually 13th. I don't know who made the stats here. Again, we're all kinds of problems with our graphics. You gotta fire the intern. So anyway, that 6.24 is 13th on the overall list. Neko was ranked number 6 in the Premier poll. Neko took first place in the CT Russia regional in 2024, second in that same tournament. Both of those, the finals was against Panic Portal. Neko first made the Masters event in August 2024 and has made it into the top 16 every month since. That qualifying score from Neko, by the way, qualifying into seed 5, means that this is his first appearance in this tournament. Got a 2-round bye. So if you make it into the top 8 seeds, you don't have to play the first 2 rounds. 215 for Neko, 99,000 for Knight. She ran into a little bit of an issue with her stack in just right off the bat. Gets a dirty center well Tetris. 125 for her, 218 for Neko. Oh, Knight's gonna pass on the Tetris and clean up the stack instead. We're seeing a lot of that. There's the Tetris for Knight, 152. And on the right side, it is Knight. Knight qualified into seed number 28. So had to play a round 1 match, ended up taking out Wallband and took out Sodium Overdose. So 2 very, very good players. Knight coming into that seed number 28 with a 1.18 qualifying score from Canada with a 2. Oh no, I think Knight's PB is actually 1 million higher than this, if I'm not mistaken, but it wasn't on the list when I looked there. So it's getting there. We're figuring it out. I'm just gonna start putting no stats on the screen and I think that's probably the best move. Knight did win a future circuit back in February 2022. Took 10th in the Jonas Cup. That's CTWC's North American Dash Championship. That's coming up in 6 months. So you still got 6 months to go for that Dash tournament. Knight played in CTWC 2021 and 2022 and took 3rd recently in the Genesis X2 Dash tournament. $275 for Knight, $429 for Neko. There's a Tetris for Knight, $298. Neko, $429. There's a Tetris. Rye Chessmaster says Neko has had a double bye the last 3 months in a row. Yeah, top 8. So yeah, apologies for the graphics here. Some of it's incompetence on my part, and some of it is the scores not being put into the leaderboard or whatever. We're figuring it out, though. You know, what you need to know is that these players are excellent. How about that? 320. I'll just put excellent next to the names, like my subjective rankings, like adjectives next to their names, right? 328 for Knight, 521 for Neko. And third in the Genesis X2 Open also. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was running into problems on Liquipedia when I was doing the stats and, you know, research and stuff like that. So everything's a little bit off. Tetris for Neko, 590. 5 lines away from that 19 speed increase. The speed will increase by 50%. Knight is into 19 at like 386. So kind of a suffer game here through the 18 phase. Tetris for Neko into 19 at 616. So Neko right now with about a 200,000 point lead. Tetris for Knight, 489, 694 for Neko. There's a Tetris Knight, 516, level 21. I'm going to check that Liquipedia and see if I'm still running into problems. And I am still running into problems. I'm just getting red Lua errors when I do the head-to-head stuff and other things. 603 for Knight, 761 for Neko. All right, there's a Tetris for each. Another Tetris Knight. So Knight cutting into this lead is now back by, 100,000 points. At one point it was back by over 200,000. There's a Tetris for Neko. Now, Knight is ahead in lines by, between 5 and 9 at any given time. So we're just about 40 lines away from the level 29 speed increase. At that point, the speed is going to double. And then there'll be 100 lines available until that level 39 super kill screen. Tetris for Knight, 821. 913 here for Neko. He's waiting out a bar. Takes a skim with that T. There's a double and a Tetris for Neko, 948. There is a Tetris for Knight, 856. So at this moment, Knight within about 100,000 points. But again, a little bit ahead in lines. There's a Tetris Knight. And yeah, there's about a 380 transition into 19. There's a Tetris Knight, 966. She can get one more Tetris. Yeah, just as Ryan says, she will possibly. Oh no, that probably not going to get it there, but nearly a max out off of a 380 level 19 transition. So that's crazy. And there is the max out for Knight on 29. BO7 here for Neko. So a crazy post transition, and Knight is back in it. Neko is into 29 at B16. There's a Tetris for Neko, B57. Knight, I think, got one. A62 now. All right, Neko building, gets one. B98. A72 for Knight. There's a Tetris Neko, C38. Oh, Knight is going to build for one right in the middle, dirty. Best way to clean up is with a Tetris if you can do it. B25 for Knight, but Neko has outpaced Knight here in the 29 phase. Has built that lead up to about 150,000 points. But now, board's starting to climb. Oh, some nice pieces for Neko to downstack here. And gets a Tetris D50. B85 for Knight. Going to hang a long bar to the left. Can get some stuff over. Maybe overshot that long bar, but still has another long bar. Oh, no, and Knight going to hang another bar. B85 top out for Knight. Neko is good. Neko, if you want to mullen this out, go right ahead. He's got the 1.4 million on level 35. Neko going to take this one. There's the center rail Tetris F16 for Neko. That F means 1.5 million. There's a dirty Tetris F67. Neko going for the rollover. One more Tetris would bring that score to a rollover. 0 will be the first digit. We'll see if he can get it. There's a Tetris. There's the rollover. That's 1.6 million. So add whatever score you see there to 1.6 million, and that is Neko's score. And there it is, 1.722 into 39. Neko taking game one and more. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. All right. So a pretty good game one here in the top 16, as you would expect. Perfect clear. People very excited about perfect clears. All right, waiting for someone in chat to say, actually, perfect clears are suboptimal. Actually. All right, Neko going to fill in the vits. Knight going to use that same bar to get a Tetris. 75,000 for Knight. 114 for Neko. I mean, you should do the perfect clear because it looks cool. You know? All right, there's a skimming a Tetris there for Neko. There's a Tetris for Knight, 146. And, you know, is it the case, right? So is it the case that every, like, all right, let's say you've got like a one piece to put, to set up the perfect clear situation. And then let's say, you've got options, right? Is it the case that every single option is better than setting up the perfect clear? Like, is that true? Like, I don't know. Somebody knows what I'm trying to say, but I guess there would really only be 7. I don't know. I mean, it just seems like maybe sometimes it's okay. I don't know. 326 for Neko, 267 for Knight. I mean, it can't be that bad to set up for a Tetris and get it, right? Knight gets Knight at 312, 353 here for Neko. Sorry, a little distracted here. There's a skim and a Tetris for Knight, 337, 353 for Neko. Tetris Neko 445, so pretty good pace. If PCs are suboptimal, then what the heck do we do when we start the game? Yeah, you turn off the console. You just stop playing Tetris. Exactly. Sky says playing NES Tetris is suboptimal. Exactly. Tetris for Knight 456. There's a Tetris for Neko 493. Oh, Neko gonna hang a bar over in column 2. But level 18, easy enough to get a bar over there and fix it. Yeah, Neko gonna use that bar to fix the left side pass on the Tetris, and then gets the Tetris. 541 for Neko through 109, 481, and a couple of bars in a row for Knight. Hopefully I didn't spoil the bars in a row. I think I might have just done that. That's all right. There's a bar and another bar. I got to be careful of doing that, right? When the players have a line difference that's more than the stream delay, you got to be very careful about things like calling out double bars or the end of droughts and all that. Knight is into 19 at 619. Neko is in at 604. So Knight with about a 17,000 point lead. Neko is ahead nearly all of 18, but a bit of a slowdown toward the end means Knight has the advantage. At transition, 668 for Knight, 628 for Neko. There's a Tetris for Neko. Another Tetris Knight, 722. There's one Neko, 681. All right, Neko taking a couple of skims here, waiting out a little bit of a mini drought, gets a Tetris, and another one, 765. There's one for Knight, 808. And squares galore now for our players. All right, Knight gonna uncover the well. Long bar gets over Tetris Neko, 825, 843 for Knight. There's a Tetris Neko. Neko actually now back in the lead by a small amount, by about 11,000 when the lines are tied. All right, Knight with that S spin. I almost said S with that Knight spin. Listen, it's early. I'm not really fully woken up here. Okay. And I'm just thinking about Costco. I can't wait to go to Costco. What am I going to get? You know, what are we going to do? 890 for Knight. Trying to bring this down. All right, Knight waiting out the bar. There's the bar. Knight approves. Tetris Neko max out. Knight Tetris 970. So Neko ahead right now. Has lines in hand and the score lead. But Neko's board covered here, so he's going to have to do something about that left. Kind of just left and right. All right, Neko bringing this board back down to safety just in time for that level 29 speed increase. A52, Knight back in the lead, ahead by about 4 lines. So it is pretty neck and neck. High transition for Knight, but just going to bring it down, no problem. A53 for Neko. Uncovers the right side, gets that Tetris. A95. So the survival here for Neko, but he is back by a small amount. But then again, Knight also ahead in lines by a little bit. A little bit of a spire there for Knight. Skimming a Tetris there for Knight. B60, B05 for Neko. Neko back by about 54,000 points. He set up for a Tetris here. Uncovers the well. Trying to get reestablished here. Knight going to top out at B67. The target for Neko, B68. A Tetris here would get most. Now it would get it. But now he's going to have to down stack here. He's got forever and a day. Does not need to push anything. B68 is the target. On the board, climbing. Needs something for that left. He's just fighting this board right now. Neko versus Tetris. Okay, and he uncovers the right side, and now he's back down to safety and just a couple thousand points away. And there it is, Neko with amazing survival, just the will to survive. Really just kind of willed that to happen. That was really an amazing display of survival. That was crazy. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, SLTISS. Oh my God, can you believe it? What did we get? 5 through? I was starting to believe. That's right. Okay, underway in game number 3. Neko up 2 games to none. That S on the left is going to be a little bit of a problem to deal with for Knight. It's kind of a weird formation on the left. You got a Shadow T. It's not the real Shadow T, but look at a Shadow T. See, you should get like, there should be a teleport mechanic, right? Where you can put a piece. Is that in any Tetris game where you can like teleport a piece into the middle of the board? Like that would be cool. There's a dirty Tetris Knight, 117, 138 for Neko. To this day, I still don't understand what Ella meant by Shadow T. Like one time, she's like, oh, Shadow T. I'm like, I don't know what she meant by that. I don't know what it means. All I know is I see a T-shaped hole in the stack, and to me that's a Shadow T, but that's wrong. All these years later, still don't know. All right, Tetris for Neko, 232. There's one for Knight, 193. Tetris Neko, 256. Knight, 217. All right, Knight got a losing pace here with just gaps all over across multiple rows and columns. But Neko not getting really too far. We're still early. Knight with a bunch of stuff piled over on that left side. And Neko with the perfect clear. Oh my god. Now, didn't Neko hear that you're not supposed to get the perfect clear? Man, he's so bad. Somebody needs to give him a Tetris lesson. 269 here for Knight. 360 for Neko. There's a Tetris Neko. 383. Neko 429 through 94, 315 for Knight, so over 100,000 point lead, same line count. Knight trying to do like a tuck there, but it's not going to work. Still low enough though. Little spire here for Neko. Winter says Neko keeps taking perfect clears. He needs some coaching urgently. All right, a skim and a Tetris for Neko. 460. Knight still fighting this board down, but still far enough away from 19. But she should be able to get this, and gets a dirty Tetris. 373. So opens up the right side, has a waiting Tetris well, and there is a Tetris for Knight. It's got a workable stack now as we approach level 19. Oh, a little bit dependent here. There's the bar. And now the board. A little bit of a problem as we enter 19, but see what you can do here. Oh, it does not have. Oh, and he burns here. Oh, my word. Oh, no. Knight trying to fight this down. Knight's going to top out 410, and Neko is good. So a top out here in the early part of 19. And Neko is good and will be moving on to the top 8 at some point. Knight says 4 taps just died. LOL GG's. Well, Knight made an amazing run. Started in round 1, coming out of seed number 28 to make it into the top 16, and played well. This is going to go in the books as a 3-0, but certainly it seemed a little closer than that. So GG's to you, Knight. Great run. Hope to see you here again. Maybe next time you'll get lucky and get to face Scooty in the top 16, right? All right, GG's, Knight. We'll watch Neko play out whatever he's going to play out. Take care, Knight. Yeah, no more streams today. That is it. Your old pal Vandy gets kind of a quasi day off, but I still got a lot of Tetris work to do. You like the nature slideshow? It is relaxing, isn't it? Anyway, while we are watching Neko, I'd like to thank those of you who contributed to the prize pool overnight. And those of you means Troy Dan, the $300 contribution. If you want to contribute to that prize pool, you can go to ctm.gg/Matcherino. We want to thank our patrons. All right, let's see. Can I do it this way? There we go. We're watching Neko and the patron side. I want to thank our patrons and the sticker and double sticker club and community level members, as well as Mega Masters contributors Scott Gray, K9 Tacky, Masters Corporal 381 Shall Be Satisfied, bracket sponsor Troy Dan, Kim MJ in the window, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit 91, and McMonkey. So thank you for that. Thanks to nobody for supporting the stream this time. It was a short stream. I don't blame you. It's early. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Just a little bit of a jokey joke from your old pal Vandweller. All right, B38 through 30 for Neko. I'm just glad you're all here. We've got 2 streams tomorrow night. One is Masters Blue Prelim. That's the Tugi, Critical Lapis, and Sidnev. And we've got Das Masters Orange Prelim B. That's going to be Hidari, Torja, and Dog. It's going to be a late night one, 10 p.m. here in Texas. If there are 2 frames per drop, does that mean you can do a double tuck on 19? Yes. I think. All right, Neko with the C90. Hey, everybody, this is your old pal, Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. Join our Discord server, the largest classic Tetris community online, at ctm.gg/Discord, and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.